Welcome everybody to Forza Horizon 5, and today we're taking a look at the 2020 KTM Expo GT2. Now this was released in 2020 and it is a track only vehicle, and yeah, like the KTM Expo, it's very much focused on the driving experience more than anything else, especially given this is a track car. And yeah, it uses a myriad of lightweight materials in the construction of this car. Has disc brakes all around, it's rear wheel drive, mid-engined, it has a limited slip diff at the rear and a sequential 6-speed gearbox as well. But cooler than all of that is the jet fighter canopy that it has going on, as you can see. So not only does it offer more visibility all round for the driver, but yeah, it's easy enough to get in and out of as well. So yeah, instead of one of those small little doors that they usually have on the side of the car, which yeah, it's not the easiest of things to get out of, but yeah, that's a really nice little feature. And yeah, it's just one whole piece as well, just to make it as lightweight as possible. And then you got the engine as well, which is nicked from Audi, and it is a 2.5 litre turbocharged inline 5 unit producing 600 horsepower and 531 pounds-feet of torque. Now that is a huge amount of power and torque, especially given Audi themselves could only get about 400 horsepower in their Audi TT RS. And yeah, obviously this weighs a lot less than that car at 2,509 pounds, which yeah, is an incredibly low amount of weight for a car with that level of horsepower. But then again, it needs that level of horsepower because obviously the faster you're going to go in a car like this with its big front splitter and giant rear wing and the body itself working as a piece of downforce, it's going to be generating a lot more weight in terms of downforce than it generally will be in terms of the weight of the car itself. So yeah, there's a lot to really push the car forward, really. Oopsie daisy. Just want to quickly show you inside. Let's explode it so it can get in easy enough. Yes, so there we go. Racing steering wheel with all of the elements that you need on it, and all of the essentials at the center of the console as well. And yeah, it's just all the typical race car stuff inside of here. So yeah, nothing too exciting, but as you can see, it's got lavishings of carbon fiber to keep it as lightweight as it is. But also carbon fiber is not just lightweight, it's strong as well, and that goes in with the roll cage that you can see there. So yeah, overall an impressive racing car. This is part of the Super Speed car pack. So I wouldn't typically review these kind of cars, but two reasons I am. One, it is part of that car pack, and secondly, I think it actually looks pretty nice in terms of the general looks of the car. Certainly looks a lot more interesting than some racing cars, which seem to only prioritise aerodynamics and the like. But this, yeah, looks like it could be a supercar out on the road, quite frankly, minus a few changes. So yeah, but nonetheless, let's get out onto the open road and see what this car can do. So even though this is a track car, it is really rather quite quick in a straight line. So let's see how quick by going on this drag strip, see what we can do before we hit the speed camera, and then we'll get it around its natural habitat, which is the track. So yeah, let's skipped over a little bit too quick there. So let's see what it can do. It doesn't have the best of launches, because at the end of the day, the launch off the line on a race that is no doubt going to be quite long is the least important part of the race. So yeah, it's no real reason to prioritise that. But as you can see, 157 miles an hour there, which is really quite quick. And yeah, especially so because obviously the quicker that we're going, the more downforce we're generating, and that means the heavier the car gets. And yeah, as you can see, the car is not struggling to keep up the acceleration rate at all, which is yeah, really impressive. And yeah, it shows how much power and torque this engine has going for it, which again is a remarkable amount of horsepower and torque for what is obviously quite a small engine. Obviously it doesn't have to meet the same kind of regulations as a road car does, you know, in terms of noise or emissions and the like, but it's still really quite impressive. And yeah, we're in S2 class. Don't think we've been in S2 class for a review for a while. And yeah, they are the stats, which yeah, as you can see, the launch is woeful, but the braking, the handling are excellent, and the top speed is decent. Acceleration is a bit on the low side for a car in this class, I feel, but it's definitely better than it looks, and it certainly is when you get up and going once you're out of the really rather quite poor launch. I imagine the launch is as bad as it is because it's quite heavily turbocharged, so it might be some turbo lag in there that is, you know, slowing the car down off the line. But regardless, yeah, it's not the most essential part of a car's race, the launch. So yeah, but nonetheless, let's see what this car sounds like, and then we'll talk about it some more. So yeah, it sounds fairly decent. It's not my favourite sounding engine from the Super Speed car pack. That will go to the Cayman, which has that glorious 4-litre flat 6, but still, it's a good sounding engine, and yeah, it's more importantly keeping the car going in a really quick straight line, and yeah, more than helping keep the downforce high by keeping the car's speed up, which, as you can see in terms of handling, is really monumentally grippy with all that downforce, and yeah, that makes it really rather quite agile, and yeah, properly quick around the corners where necessary. It's also quick in terms of acceleration. 0 to 60 is dealt with in 2.9 seconds, 0 to 100 is dealt with in 5.484 seconds, and it goes to a top speed of 187 miles an hour, which yeah, is really quite quick. Now granted, when this car doesn't have the downforce, it will slide out, as you saw there. It is obviously a very downforce reliant kind of car, but I feel like this car's still manageable even at slower speeds. It's not like some cars where they understeer wildly, or you know, as soon as you press the accelerator it starts sliding out and the like. It's nothing like that whatsoever. And yeah, it's just a really good handling car and a really good driver's car as well. Now granted, it's not probably the best fit for a car on this game, given that the tracks are very limited, but you'll be glad to hear that this is featured in the new Forza Motorsport as well, so you'll probably see me racing that around a track at some point. Probably won't hear me, but you'll definitely see me racing around on a track, as yeah, this is no doubt going to be a fun car to drive around on those tracks, especially the new ones that we've had added to the Forza series. So yeah, but still, it's a good car via the car pack. It's not a very expensive car pack either, and you do obviously get 3 others in this with the car pack. You get Porsche Cayman, which we've reviewed recently, which is an excellent car. Then the Elemental RP1, which is again another more track focused car, although it is road legal, but also has really superb handling like this one does. And then we have the hot hatchback from Volkswagen, the Golf R, which again is also on from the new Forza Motorsport, but yeah, it's still a really good car in this game as well. So yeah, get that car pack if you haven't already. This is going to be the last review from that car pack. But yeah, it's well worth getting, and yeah, it's really nice to see that Forza Horizon 5 at least is still getting a lot of support, even though the new Forza Motorsport game has well and truly been released. So yeah, hopefully that support will continue, because this game is running alongside the new Forza Motorsport in a really good way. And yeah, but nonetheless, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.